Greetings, Go fans. This will be where to play number 12. Okay, so we are returning to an old Joseki that I think I covered. And White played this Atari at 017. How should Black answer it, right? Because the normal way would be for White to play this Atari. But, of course, if White can capture P17, the result would be much better, right? So, Black extends. And now what do you think White will do? Well, let's say White, Atari's, pushes down. Oh, what's this? Suddenly, basically White is captured and split in two, so this isn't good for White. Of course, when White played this Atari, what White was thinking was, oh, can't I connect here? Doesn't this kill? But there's actually a very cool trick here. Right, so these are all forcing if White wants to kill Black and keep them split. And then Black can sacrifice these stones, like this, and take center. So if Black plays like this, it's really, really good for Black. Sure, Black lost these 5 stones, but 2 of them were sacrificed, were already basically exchanged for White's moves, and the other 3 stones, Black got this huge wall as compensation. And you notice White can't even really move out on the right that well because these are basically forcing. White could push, but the double Hana is pretty painful, So this wall is very, very strong and very, very thick. Let's see, does White have any other response? I guess White could play here, right? Let's just play these now, since we're assuming those are forced. And if Black descends, White still has to descend. This move? Pretty forcing, if you want to kill. Oh, and this is basically a very similar result. This is a little bit better for Black than better for White than the last one, because there's a cutting point here. But these are still forcing moves that basically force White to capture. And Black still has a very strong wall. So this is still a very good success for Black. You can even Tanuki and Tensor if you want. You just have to be ready for this for when White moves out here. Is there a better answer for Black? No, I don't think so. Black could push here, but White would turn this way, which is not ideal. So, yeah. These are basically how Black should play. All of them result in Black basically sacrificing these 2 stones for a fairly decent result. Oh, and I guess if you're White, you could play something like this, but this is pretty bad. Because you can play like this, and it'll be a running fight between the 2 groups, and there are some cutting points that Black has to be a little bit worried about. So White could capture these, but is it really that bad for Black? No, not really, because these are basically forcing, and then these are basically forcing, and White's group is still under attack, so it's not really that good for White. Okay, so how about the problem for next video? This is one of the problems that got lost with my Milshu video, with one of the second Milshu video that I made but didn't work out. So here the question is White to play. So I already gave a hint. It's a Muleshu, meaning it's a really brilliant move, or strategically great, very hard to find usually, but strategically great move. And yeah, I mean, that's already a pretty big hint. This is actually a fairly famous Milshu if you've studied some Go. So maybe you'll know it. In any case, see you next time.